Welcome to my tavern, dear students. You've travelled far to understand our times, and I am here to help. Let me take you through the bustling streets of Boston in 1765, a year of great importance in our struggle against the British. Now, you must understand the broader context of the imperial struggles that have been shaping our world. We, the colonists, have been under the British Crown's rule, which hasn't been too bothersome until recent years. But things changed with the French and Indian War, or as you might know it, the 7 Years' War. This war was costly, and Britain, having defended us against the French and their native allies, found itself in deep debt. How do they decide to recover? By taxing us, their colonies, without our consent. This leads us to the Stamp Act of 1765, an act that has caused quite a stir in our tavern discussions. The act required use to pay a tax on every piece of printed paper we use. Newspapers, legal documents, even our playing cards are taxed. And mind you, this tax isn't decided by our colonial assemblies. No, it's imposed directly by the British Parliament, where we have no representation. No taxation without representation has become a rallying cry among us. We see this as a direct challenge to our rights as British subjects. You see, we have always enjoyed a degree of autonomy, especially in our economic affairs. Our local governments had the power to levy taxes as they saw fit, but now the British are asserting their imperial authority directly, bypassing our own legislative bodies. This situation has united us colonists in ways never seen before. Merchants, lawyers, farmers, all feeling the weight of British policies on their shoulders. Take, for example, my late husband's business. He was a merchant, and these new laws directly affected his trade. The Navigation Acts, another set of laws, controlled our trade by mandating that all goods imported to the colonies must come on British ships from British ports. Can you imagine the impact on our economy? And it's not just economic activities that are affected. Our political rights are at stake too. The Massachusetts Government Act, part of the Intolerable Acts, almost completely took away our right to self-govern. It's a clear demonstration of how the British are trying to tighten their grip on us. But we are not sitting quietly. From our discussions here in the tavern to the streets, we are voicing our dissent. We've started organising ourselves, forming groups to protest these unjust laws. The Sons of Liberty, you might have heard of them, are very active in Boston. They're leading boycotts against British goods, and their protests are gathering momentum. And then, there are the economic hardships. British policies like the Navigation Acts restrict our trade, causing shortages and suffering. But we're resilient. We've organised non-importation agreements, a collective refusal to buy British goods. Craftsmen are producing local alternatives, boosting our economy while defying British control. Women are spinning their own cloth, rejecting British textiles. This isn't just protest, it's survival. The presence of British troops in our city is a constant looming threat. They're here to enforce these unjust laws, a daily reminder of our subjugation. Yet, their presence only strengthens our resolve. It galvanizes us, uniting diverse groups under a common cause: freedom from tyranny. So, dear students, as you sit here in my tavern, remember, you're sitting in a place where history is being made. We're at the cusp of a great change, a struggle for our rights and freedoms against an empire that seeks to control every aspect of our lives. Keep your ears and minds open. There's much to learn from our plight.